Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So, welcome to Podcast Meditations. This is episode 9, and it is 11 p.m., last day of the year. Some of you are wondering, why are you going on live? One more hour to go, and the fireworks are going to set off. So, this is what it means to end strong. So, we're going to still be doing our best lessons of the way of the superior man. Just did a 2 hour walk. We're going to end the year strong. So, guys, you're in for a ride. This is a good one. It's going to be a little short. Don't worry. Short one, but still a good one. Okay. So, what I'm going to share is this one over here. I'm going to zoom in, guys, so don't worry. People watching on video, let me zoom in. Boop, boop, oopsie. There we go. Okay. So the first lesson here is praise her. So the masculine grows by challenge, but the feminine grows by praise. Now remember, both men and women have masculine and feminine in them. So sometimes the masculine, so here I'll flow to the next line. If you remember, maybe growing up, other boys would challenge you in order to inspire you. They say things like, I bet you can't jump over that fence. So, challenge is a good thing, right? It can make us want to be better. So, other good examples of challenge personally, I would share is, going to the gym, and the best boys or men that I came across, they actually wouldn't verbally challenge. It's more like, they would lift like a heavier weight, the dumbbells or something like that, right? And then it made me feel like, hey, I want to do that. I want to do that too. If he can do it, I can do it. So let's flow to the next line. It is difficult practice for most men to learn, but you must learn to praise the very qualities you feel are not yet praiseworthy in order for them to become so. Praise the tiny quality that you want to grow. So I love this line because it's actually not just for women, from like a man to a woman, even in the workplace. If you're a mentor, a leader, when you learn to praise her or praise another person, one very good practice is, instead of trying to correct people, you could praise the quality that you want them to nurture or to grow. So instead of saying, oh, you look fat, you look out of shape, you can say, I really like it when you put in the effort, right? I really like it when you exercise. Hey, you look really good when you're doing that. So that's a form of praise that's actually constructive, and it allows them to grow into the vision or grow into the quality that you want to encourage. So, next chapter, the next lesson. So, we're here on praising, on complimenting in a good way, in a proper way, a balance of challenge and praise, I guess, or compliment. So the balancer here, the next chapter is tolerating her leads to resenting her. So this is the dark side or the flip side of it. When we start to tolerate certain behavior, it leads to resenting the other person. So the line says, a man gets resentful and frustrated with his woman when he is too afraid, weak, or unskilled to penetrate her moods and tests into love. So let's go down a little further here. We're flowing towards the last lines already. When a man resigns and simply tolerates his woman's self destructive moods, it is a sign of his weakness. So I love this line because the emphasis here is self destructive moods. So this is bad behavior. These are the qualities or the opposite, right? If there are habits, there are vices on the opposite end. So these self destructive moods or vices, right, or behaviors is not to be tolerated. And if we do tolerate it, it leads to resenting the other person. Next line. A man shouldn't tolerate bitchy and complaining moodiness in his woman, but he should serve her and love her with every ounce of his skill and perseverance. Now, some people might wonder and ask, what do you mean, right? So, part of my life coaching training, it reminds me of certain lessons I learned, like be with, heart space. So, it's not about tolerating bad behavior, but it's having the skill, the ability, the patience, the perseverance to actually sit with the discomfort. And then, over here, the next line, then if she cannot or will not open in love, he might decide to end his relationship with her, harboring no anger or resentment because he knows he has done everything he could. So I love this. So let's stop this to share screen. Just going back to you guys over here. Okay. Okay, back to me. So I love those lessons of the way of the superior man. It's a balance of learning how to praise or compliment or uplift another person, not just a woman necessarily. And then the balance also there of not tolerating bad behavior. Why? Because it will actually end up leading to resenting the other person. So, thank you. I love you. I will see you next year.